Hello there everyone, my name is Chelsea's, and today we're going to be talking about a system that I would like to really try to suggest to the devs of the game inside of New World. I've been playing New World, I'm level 32 inside the game right now, and I have two characters. As you can see, if we come over here, come over to my main, you can see I have Jelxies and whatever the hell that is, and in Pyralis we have Big Toe of the Sea. That is my character. We come to the game, we have a big problem with something in the server. We have a problem with too much money, too much resources, not enough demand. That is the biggest problem we are facing. And I have an idea how we can combat that. Our way of combating that should be, in my opinion, a new system to where we can literally, in-game, any city you go to, my main city is in Everfall, but in any city, like let's say First Light, the faction that owns the city can select a specialization project. Specialization projects, in my opinion, would be a very cool way of people using resources and basically building up more resources, basically allowing people to have a resource sink that then would allow the market for people to actually want to go to the market and buy a whole bunch of resources. My idea with this is basically allowing it would be a 3-week event for each city. No city in one server can have the same buffs. The person who owns the town would be able to choose what type of buff we get. Maybe like a health regen buff, a stamina buff, a resource gain buff, and resource gain buffs I would like to have specialized to where it would be like an extra wood buff, extra stone buff, or rarer drops buff of like wood, stone, or anything else. I feel like all of those should be separate. So one city would be like, oh, I can collect more wood and everything else here. But then one city would be like, I can get rarer shit here from doing my wood cutting and or stone. It depends on, of course, I want their specializations to be different. I think that you should be able to work up. It would take 3 weeks to do the event for these specialization events. The first week, the project gets announced, so everyone's able to build up maybe a little bit of a supply beforehand. In the second week, it allows you to basically, that's the time when you're able to put the resources towards the project. And basically how I'm thinking about how this project would go is that people would get rewards in the top 10% of whoever supplied the most in that city. Top 10% would get some type of gear that would have a type of buff related to the specialization. And whoever puts the most amount in, that person would get a legendary piece of gear that would have some type of buff, once again, related to the specialization that the town is currently taking place. I think that would be a very perfect way to have a resource sink inside of different cities. It would also allow different cities to have more specialization that would make them feel very unique. I feel as though this would be a perfect way to really supply the world with its own, like, each city with its own great feeling and better routes. What I'm also saying is that each city, there should be no city in the world that has the same type of specialization bonus. Every single city can only have one specialization bonus. That means the factions who run the city have to be very picky. I think you can only change specialization bonus every 2 months. I think that would be the greatest idea. And after every 2 months, you're allowed to select a new specialization bonus. But you can't have multiple. You can only, now after you go to one, you lose all progress in your old one. How I think about the specialization bonuses is I think about there's going to be 6 upgrades. Over time, your specialization gets better. So like level 1. you get like a 2% bonus to chopping trees after everyone puts in enough. Level 2, 5%. Level 3, like a 7% bonus. Level 4, a 9% bonus, and like level 5, like a 12% bonus to like getting extra wood. And then level 6 would be like you get, you know, you get 13% bonus to getting extra wood, but then you would also get, I think the level 6 upgrade should be a little special, so maybe you would introduce an ability to where you would maybe get rarer drops for only that one. Of course, like I said before, specialization bonus would also allow you to specialize into getting rarer drops for certain things. So on the opposite side, where you would, if your city decided to specialize in getting rarer drops per wood cutting and or stone cutting, depends on which one you wanted, that would allow you to basically 5, 10, 2, 5, 7, 10, 12, and then would be 13 overall score on the 6th upgrade, and then on the 6th one, you would also get the added benefit of gaining more wood. It wouldn't be as much as you would get from going directly into it, but I feel as though this would allow a lot more people to be happy going into that section. Now, here's the thing. How would you upgrade these? I think that you can only upgrade them by submitting related resources into a pool, and whoever submits the most amount of items to this pool during the 2nd week period, because there's a 3-week period. The first week is preparing. 2nd week is submitting. 3rd week is seeing if you passed. At the beginning of the 3rd week, it will say if you guys passed the event or not. If enough people submitted enough supplies, you'll be supplied with the first upgrade point towards logging, whatever, hunting, whatever. Like, you can make better furniture by like 1% or something like that. I think this would be a very good way to allow people who do specialize a lot in this game, in mining, in all this different stuff, that would allow them to have a resource, basically a resource sink that would allow them to make it feel fair. Like if we come over here, I'll show you what I mean by too much demand and not enough. Too much demand and not enough. Too much resources and not enough demand is what I'm trying to say. Like, look at green gunpowder, less than a cent. Common focus potions, less than a cent. Those are very, common items. Let's go down the list. What is the most expensive items? These are people. Forsaken leather helmet. Do you really think a Forsaken leather helmet is worth 1,500? No. These are not worth that much. Let's go to resources. Let's go to the bottom. Feathers. Feathers obviously is going to be inexpensive, but people are not holding... Like, gold ore is not super easy to get, but it sells for, like, nothing. It's because people are selling it too quickly. I feel as though this would drive the prices of resources up by the system that I suggested. And that would be better for the economy on most servers, because people would be making more money. Because the people at the top who have the money to do this want the benefits of, like, hey, it would be cool for this city that I live in to have this. Besides just that, my other idea was people who are in the top 10% get a epic item that have the benefit of whatever you were choosing, whatever upgrade for the city. So basically you could get a stacking upgrade. And then whoever is in the 1%, maybe like top 3 or top 2 or top 1, whoever was like at the top by submitting, you submitted the best resources. You submitted like For logging, you submitted like ironwood, you submitted like wormwood or shit like that. You submitted the best of the best, and you submitted a lot of it. Then you would get a legendary item that had the effect, that had some sort of effect related to the upgrade that was submitted to the town. I feel as though that type of upgrade would be, that type of item would really get some people into this type of event. It would also cause people to use the market more. It would cause people to prepare for the next event and prepare and buy a shit ton of wood and everything else that's on the market, which I'm very, very happy. I really want this to be a thing because I feel as though our market is in a very bad place, and I really want our market to get better. I know this is a bit of a rambling video, and I'm going to post it like this, and I hope you guys can understand it, but I really want our market to get better, and I feel as though a specialized group projects like this that are only for one city, only for one city can get one specialized project. It costs money from the guild that is running it, and the guild who is running it gets to basically choose this project. And another thing, because of this type of upgrade, I did want to maybe mention another thing that we can maybe get that could be an upgrade for towns that people could build. Message boards that guild people who run the guild of the town could leave messages saying, hey, we want to get this upgrade, yes or no, and people could like check mark something in the game saying yes or no, so that maybe guild leaders don't have to make a whole Discord, and so everyone who like is in the town doesn't have to like join that Discord or something. Just like a message board that people could like, even if like, well, let's say they want to promote Discord saying, hey, if you live in this town, we have a Discord here for this server, join us. Like, having a message board that is controlled by these people, obviously censor any bad words and have the ability to report the board if anything bad happens. But I feel as though this would be a very cool system that would allow more communication between the people who live in a city and then the guilds who run it. I would love to see something like this. This would also work very well into the system of the specialization systems. And once again, having these upgrades that you can actually put items towards. I know that there is like upgrades already in the game where you can like, if you work towards it on the board, where you can like get better stuff. I'm talking about like bigger upgrades. Like everyone has to work together to get these types of upgrades. I don't know exactly what they should be. I feel like they should be resource upgrades where you can like, you'll get a better chance to get better items from resources or logging, like stuff like that. That's what I'm feeling. But once again, I don't know what the Amazon team is. Once again, Amazon team, if you're watching this, probably not. I'm a small YouTuber, small streamer. If you're watching this, you can take this idea. You don't even need to credit me. Just take it. Because I feel as though this will help with the economy, and I would love to see this in game. And you don't need to credit me. You don't need to do anything. Just take it, please. I'm begging you. Well, anyways, that is my idea on how to basically that is my idea that I thought of at work, is basically having a specialization system to where each city can specialize into a type of product, and they can do logging, like maybe damage type to a certain type of enemy. Like this can be brought into a lot of things, and it can be upgraded over time. I feel as though that there is a 3-week period where, once again, I'm going to say this for the 5th time: prep week, action week, cooldown week, and then a 4th week of nothing happening. And then on the 5th week, on the 4th week, everything's on cooldown, but you can start the guild can start voting for what they want, if they want to continue down this upgrade path, or if they want to do something else. If they submit enough money, they can go continue with the upgrade path for specialization. And then at the week after that, people can start putting wood and all their other stuff back in. So it would be action week again after 1 week of prep. So it would be 4 weeks prep, action, results, cooldown. And on the cooldown week, you would also be voting for next week. Then it would be action. It would be prep, action, results, cooldown. So basically a 4-week function. Anyways, this has been my idea. If you guys want to put different results down below, please, different things down below, and maybe critiquing the idea or anything else, please say so. My name is Majelksies. If you guys want to see more New World content, please go to my Twitch. I have a Twitch, twitch.tv/Jelksies. I stream there a lot. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. My name is Jelksies. And remember to shoot for the stars. And let's claim this new world. Bye-bye.